How to buy your first ever road bike in 2021. In today's video, I'll be sharing a few tips that I wish I knew when I was looking to get my first ever road bike many years ago, and some of the common pitfalls and mistakes that many people make when they're looking to get their first road bike. Now, the first thing that I wish I knew when I was looking to get my first road bike many years ago is that it is okay to begin with an entry-level road bike. Now, it is a very common tendency to want to look and upgrade towards the next best and better performing components on a road bike, because that is exactly what I felt when I was looking for my first road bike many years ago. I always had the urge to look and admire all those expensive road bikes, thinking that riding a more expensive road bike will actually improve my ability as a cyclist. But now, having looked back on it and reflected on it, I think it is important to begin with an entry-level road bike, because the theory behind this is that no matter how expensive the bicycle is, understand that it is the rider that makes the bicycle and not the other way around. So being a rider, improving your fitness and your skills as a cyclist far outweighs the benefit of having a better bicycle. So I think it's very important to keep that in mind, and chances are, being new to cycling, you are also very likely to scratch your bike, which is something that you definitely don't want to do if you have a very expensive road bike. So that is also one of the reasons why I think it is important to begin with an entry-level road bike. Now, with that said, it is also important to get yourself an entry-level road bike that will be able to last you at least a year as you start progressing as a cyclist. There is also the risk of getting a road bike that is too cheap and will start falling apart as you start improving as a cyclist. As you start hitting new PRs, riding further and further, breaking new barriers, you want a road bike that is able to cope with all your gains and all those progression you made. You do not want something that will start falling apart as you start improving as a cyclist. So I think it's all about balancing the sweet spot between going too cheap and going too expensive. It's about striking in the middle, right? Somewhere in the middle, that should be good enough for you to begin your journey as a cyclist. Now, here in Malaysia, there are a lot of local bike shops that will be able to help you out with that. So if you like to get help or advice from someone, you can always head down to a local bike shop, and I'm sure they're more than willing to help you out on getting started as a cyclist. Now, one of the best parts of being a cyclist is also about upgrading what you currently have. So upgrading your road bike or the components or gears, wheel set on your bike, all those comes after you have start making progress as a cyclist. As I said just now, as you start improving, as you start hitting new personal records, breaking new barriers, riding further and further, that is when you actually upgrade what you currently have and actually reward yourself for all the hard work that you have put in. So those are the time where you really get to reap the hard work you have put in and really enjoy the upgrades that you're gonna make. Now, after having decided on what bike to purchase, the next big thing to focus on is fit. Fit is king. Now, it doesn't matter what entry-level road bike that you eventually decided to settle on. One of the biggest mistakes that I made throughout my early years of riding is not having a bike that fit me properly. And because of that huge mistake, it really slowed down the progress that I had as a cyclist. And not only that, it also caused me a lot of discomfort also, because I used to have a bike that had a handlebar that was way too wide, having a saddle height that was too high, having a reach that was too long, and everything that a bike fitter would disagree on, I experienced those. So when you are looking to get your next entry-level road bike, really understand how the bike is designed, understand how the geometry is, whether or not the components on the bike really suits you, and make sure you really get the fit part right. Because with the fit done right, not only you are able to progress faster as a cyclist, but it will also increase your stability on a bike, which is something that I emphasize a lot when riding a road bike. And of course, it's also to prevent injuries and discomfort on the bike, which is things that you want to avoid when you want to progress as a cyclist. A few key areas to really look out for are the handlebars, more specifically the width of the handlebars, and of course the saddle, because saddle sores are a very common discomfort that beginner cyclists face. And there are a few more things such as saddle height, which I do have videos on my channel talking about those. So if you would like to know a little bit more about those, you can actually click on my channel and take a look at those videos. So the last and final tip here kind of goes without saying, support your local bike shop. They are the ones who you can talk to if you do have any doubts or uncertainty regarding getting your first road bike. Getting a road bike is also very similar to getting a car. It is a long-term relationship that you build with a local bike shop, because if anything that you are not sure about, or if you do have any mechanical problems, they are the one that you go to solve those problems. So remember to choose your bike shop wisely. There are a lot of very great and very friendly, helpful bike shops here in Malaysia, so you can always look it up on social media, look it up on the internet, and it will not take you long to eventually find those bike shops. So I really do hope that this very short video has helped some of you out there who might be looking to take up cycling in 2021. So I wish you all the best in picking out your first road bike. This is the first step towards being a cyclist, and it may seem scary, but trust me, it is something to be proud of, because you are taking care of your health and enjoy the process of it. So remember to like and share it with a friend. Again, you might find benefit out of this video, and remember to subscribe if you like what you see here, and I will see you in the next video.